let me introduce this video just for a second here, because this isn't going to be a normal tutorial. If you're looking for how to make games, go look at my other tutorials on like Scratch and web development and stuff. This one's going to be a little different. In this video, I want to just start a series where I just make games for fun, and I'm just going to show you highlights and moments from that process. So don't really look for a tutorial here. I might teach a little bit. I might show you how to do some things, but mostly you're just going to see me go through the process of building a game more generally, and I'm not going to go too much into the detail of exactly how I did every piece of code. That said, if you want to follow along and try to make the game alongside me, like, absolutely go for it. I think that's a great way to learn and practice, but I won't be going too in-depth on my explanations for anything here, beyond just building the game and having some fun. I want to start doing these types of videos because I really like coding and I think it's fun to make games on Scratch and stuff, and so I'm just going to hang out and do that for an afternoon, and hopefully you will all join me and we'll all have some fun making some interesting games. The games I make are always pretty interesting. That's the one thing I can say for them. So the other day when I was supposed to be paying attention in class, I was instead thinking to myself, what if I made a game where all these little gremlins attacked a square and you had to hit like quick key combinations and like skill sets yeah, it was really unproductive. Anyways, here's the game idea. It's the wrong color. Just a second. I know everyone's anxiously waiting on me to figure out this color nonsense. Why is it all these gray? Okay, we're just gonna try this again. That worked. Okay, just a second. So that worked. Now if I select a pen and I choose a different color, it still doesn't work. Okay, cool. This is where I die. I'm realizing that very quickly. You know, you can still see it. Yeah, but it's not the right color. Apparently, I'm not smart enough to figure out how my own sketchbook software works, so we're just going to stick with gray for now. I tried to do a fun color like magenta, but ruined all my plans, so whatever. Here we go. The idea for the game I had was this. Basically, you're going to have a player who's going to be like a square or something because I'm a terrible artist. And the square is going to be attacked by a bunch of little like swarms of enemies. And in order for you, the player, to kill those enemies, you're going to cast spells. And the spells you're going to cast, there's going to be two types. So one of them is going to be like a lightning spell, like that hits like a very small number of enemies, but like very directly and does a lot of damage. And the other one's going to be like a big like explosion-y one that does less damage or something, but explodes in a bigger effect. But the cool thing about this is that the way you're going to cast these spells is you're going to have to hit certain key combinations, and the faster you hit them, the more powerful the spells are going to be. So, for instance, maybe to cast a lightning bolt, you have to say like QER3 or something, and the faster you type that, the more damage your spell will do. That's the game concept, so now we're going to go ahead and get started on the actual coding. And first off, we need to choose a good sprite. So let's see what we have here. These guys, I don't know about you guys, but these guys are just giving me a real like shoot with lightning vibe. Let's go with them. And we're going to make them like real small, like 10s. Oh, well, maybe not that small. Maybe like 20. So that's our enemy. He's Gobo. Oh, we're going to call this the War of the Gobos. And we need a player. I am tempted. To go straight for the wizard toad. I mean, like, it's magical. Like, we have a wizard girl over here. We have an actual wizard, too. He has a lot more costumes, but come on. What do you think I'm going to choose? All right, so first thing we're going to do is set up some movement for our toad here. This looks ridiculous. It's like a little baby crawling around on the screen. All right. I would really like him to be able to flip, though, so if I can do two versions of him. Not at all. No, it did not work at all. Okay. Could just set his rotation style to directional. I like that better. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick with that. He still looks ridiculous, but we'll stick with that. So we have some movement. Next up, I think let's make the Gobos actually follow him. So we're going to create spawning and stuff for the Gobos. This is a mean toad, guys. This is a mean toad. He ain't about no funny business. He's going to just mess up these Gobos. Like, this is war. This is war. You think that there's mercy here? The toad's going to destroy these Gobos. Look at him. Look at that fury in his eyes. I think it's about time we create some spells. So to create the spells, they're going to be a separate clone, which is going to be a little bit interesting because it means I'm going to have to make some of these variables global. So you don't know, all things in Scratch have X and Y coordinates, and you can get those X and Y coordinates of the object you're on whenever you want, but we need those coordinates to be global to the whole project. And so to do that, you can create a variable called something like toad X, and we'll create another one called toad Y, and you want to make sure that they're for all sprites, or this won't work. And then you can forever set these variables, toad X and toad Y, equal to the toad's actual X and Y. And then you basically have a way of getting your X and Y positions globally. So now everything can have access to the toad's location. And that's important because I need my lightning bolt to know where the toad is so that it knows where to spawn in the game. And fix up that costume a little. Something like that, maybe. Not an artist, don't judge me. So now, this lightning bolt, is going to appear when we press a certain button. Eventually, I want this to be set to a combination of buttons, but for the moment, let's just make it something easy. We'll just set it equal to just E, just to test if it works right. Now, if I start it and I click E, it does nothing. Why? Why does it do nothing? This is a good question. Why does it do nothing? Oh, it does. It did once. Seems like maybe toad X and toad Y isn't getting set constantly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Yeah, it's a forever loop. I gotcha. There we go. That's what I wanted. Maybe this should just be the game. We'll just leave it right here. You like kind of charge at them and you hit spam E constantly. You have to like lance them all. Like here, wait. There we go. Yeah. Dun 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 blah. I don't know. We also need the lightning bolt to point in the direction of the mouse pointer. But that's pretty easy. So we'll do something like that. Dude, I can't wait to add sound effects. I need to add sound effects. I'm already sitting here making the sound effects with my mouth. I should add them to the freaking game. It's like playing with toys, except like a million times better, because I get to code the toys to all do different things. Like, this is my favorite. Guys, coding is great, and anyone who ever tells you otherwise, just like with a bat or something. I can't say that. This is supposed to be for children. I'm having too much fun with this. We need to actually do some more things. Let's add sound effects real quick here. I don't know. There's too many choices, and they're all not actually good choices. It sounds like the toad is eating them for, like, lunch. That's not what's happening. Don't get the wrong idea from this game. I also want the Gobos, though, to make sounds, though, when they get lightninged. What the heck is that? Scratch beatboxing. Okay, that's weird. I would like the lightning to only kill one of the Gobos, but how to do that is actually a little complicated because the lightning's going to just strike all of them. So maybe what we need to do is create a variable for each one of these sprites and set it equal to, or each one of these clones, and set it equal to something like health, Gobo health. I'm not actually sure this will work because variables in Scratch behave quite strangely. Oops, I messed that up twice. Oh, hey, it totally works. That's exactly what I wanted. Dude, that's great. Okay, never mind. Variables in Scratch work perfectly, and there's not a thing wrong with them. They're definitely not confusing in the slightest. Now that they're working for me. My vision is coming to life, and it feels good, man. I also want a score for my toad, so we'll give him a... I don't know if I want to score. We'll have enemies Gobos destroyed. How about that? We'll just call it Gobos. We all know what's happening to those Gobos. Let's do the I don't know. It's not feeling. I don't know, man. It's not feeling complete enough to me. I feel like I don't know. I'm not happy. What do I want to do next? With all these giant clouds of Gobos wandering around, I think maybe the thing to do is add in the explosion effect as well. Okay. This is not the intended use of the pufferfish, but you know what? We're going to go for it. All in. This giant pufferfish just shows up out of nowhere. All right, I'm happy with this. Let's go for it. All right. I really like this game. All right, we need another one here. We need one for when he's touching the explosion or the pufferfish or whatever. And then when he touches that, it's gonna do a lot less damage. It's gonna do like 2 damage, and this will do a lot. This will do like 5. There we go. That's what I want. I think we need to make the spells actually take some work to cast now. So this is actually probably the most complicated part of this whole thing, is casting these spells, because the way I'm thinking to do it is I'm going to create a list, and then on that list, I'm going to throw in, if a key is pressed, I'm going to put that into like the queue, and then if the right number of keys is in the list queue, it'll remove them all and cast the spell. That's sort of my thought of how it'll happen, but let's try that out. That might take me some doing, so I'll probably like see you guys in 20 hours when I finish it. Like that. Something like that. So if I say E and then Q, there we go. Hey, it worked. That's cool. Okay. 4RET. Yes! Dude, I'm so excited. I think we're stopping here for now. This is the working demo of our game. So they show up, and then I can type EQ, E, and that casts one type of spell, or QEQ, and that casts another type. So one of these is my lightning. I can't remember which ever. I messed it up. I've got 19 Gobos though. I'm doing... Shoot! Oh, I got him. Nasty Gobos, get out of here. No! I lost in the War of the Gobos. I'm so sorry. I've disappointed everyone, clearly. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more of this video, let me know. Maybe I can add on more to the game. And yeah, the link to this game is in the description below on Scratch, so go check it out if you want. And yo, if you want to learn how to make sick games like this, go check out my other Scratch tutorials and actually learn something instead of watch me do nonsense magic with a wizard toad. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.